Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have another epic game on our hands. Mako against Starmaster. Starmaster was paid a lot, like almost 40k, which is what, a third of a team's budget. And it's 0-2. Bit unlucky week one. Week two, though, mm, he just lost fair and square, let's say. Mako is so far 2-0. Week one, she got like donated a win because there's no other way to put it. And week two, honestly, I don't even remember how it went. But oh, it was a game with like Magnus on Dragonite. It was that team, right? It was like triple steal, Dragonite, Lando, and Latios. Okay, I think that one was also donated, though in a different sense. And so yeah, but hey, as long as you win, it works, right? The shit doesn't lie, unlike me sometimes. And so what do we have here? A pretty standard team by Starmaster, Rotom Ferro, Gliscor, Zam, Latios, Titar, sure. Mako has a Excadrill, Celebi, Itrans, Lubro, Lando, Titar. Okay, so what's the big idea? Okay, Starmaster is like, I'll get rocks up with Gliscor, spikes up with Ferro, Uter with Gliscor, wall switch with Ferro, get Zam or Latios in and click moves and win game. Mako is going for a much more defensive approach. So you have Slowbro great into none of these mons, I guess Gliscor. But it's also not very easy to switch into Starmaster, right? So Scald obviously can burn Ferro and completely ruin it. Same with Rotten Wash. Zam, you don't really want to switch it to moves. Even Life Orb. Sometimes it's fine, but it depends on the game state, really. Latios has the same burn problem, though a bit less so, but there's also Titar here, so not great. And also double steal, so yeah. And Tita into Slowbro, like, don't do it. Unless it's absolutely necessary, don't do it. Right, so we have rocks, and I guess it's something like Sub-Etran, maybe? Or something. Is it Magma Storm? No, right? That doesn't make any sense on this. It does it does to a point, because you can say, oh yeah, I will Magma Storm the Rotom Wash, and then HP Grass it dies, and then my Excadrill goes rogue, which could very well happen, but one, you're clicking Magma Storm, and the plan never works out. We have seen it happen already in this tournament. And two, is that really the offensive engine you want? I try to trap one mon, and if I don't, well, I guess I lose. Although, there could be other ways. Like, you can run, like, say, Swordsdance Excadrill and a bit more offensive Ethan set, even without Magma. It's still quite strong. Then you have a decent defensive backbone with Celebi and Slowbro, and then you have some momentum grabbing with Celebi and Landorus, so it's fine. Okay, so leads. If you're Mako, what do you lead with? You know Gliscor is coming out, probably. And or either that or Rotom Wash. Do you lead Celebi? It could be you turn Gliscor. In fact, it almost always is on this type of structure. So, although Gliscor has to click Rocks turn 1 and then Protect turn 1, usually. And if not, it will click Rocks on the Celebi. So maybe just lead Celebi. If your opponent leads Ferrothorn, which is possible, you just hard button pass into Etran, or you can even just get them up. Two spikes are not the end of the world. Other possible leads? No, you don't lead Titar in this matchup ever. Both players. Actually, Starmaster could use Titar a bit more early game, but Mako should never send it out until it's got a guaranteed trap on one of the two psychics. And that's fine, because all the other four mons just beat Theta anyway, so that's happening likely. So yeah, I expect a Celebi lead here, and for Starmaster, Gliscor. You can maybe lead Etran if you're Balloon, but I don't. Nah. I'm saying Gliscor versus Celebi. And alright, let's get into the game. Turn 1, Ferros. Lando? That's okay. Hard Earthquake. That did a million. What? Hold on. Okay, so this is a very offensive Lando. It's 56 to Ferro? Banned? No, there's no way it's banned. Soft spoken. Soft. It did 56. So you're adamant and have a boosting item. But you can't be banned, right? There's no way. Is this soft sand? Wait, Slowbro Celebi. Is this gravity? I guess it's Gravity Lando, right? That did so much damage on the Ferro, and then you have Slowbro and Celebi, which are like two of the strongest ways to not get destroyed by opposing earthquakes. Yeah, this sure looks like gravity. If not gravity, it's like worse than soft sand, though that's a bit weird, I think. And there's an Excadrill too, right? So I think this is gravity, and in fact, I think she's clicking it the coming turn. Okay, Gliscor does fine into this. You protect here, just to get a gravity turn out of the way. Okay, I guess it Ice Fang, that's fine. You protect here, that's also fine. Your turn. Okay, so is this even rocks? I mean, is it rocks Theta? That's a bit icky, isn't it? Let's see, Earthquake. That's okay. If Silver does nothing, just switch, yeah. I would have probably click Prote, but it's fine. This is better. Right. At this point, I think this is Rock's Theta, and Gliscor is some weird, like, not weird, but just the usual set. Like Swords Dance. Okay. Rocks up. Do you go for the predict? You do, nice. And superpower should kill from this range. Yep, crit guarantees it, but I think it killed. It doesn't always kill if X-Ray is at full, but at 88. Right, so Starmaster is playing very well so far. Because he killed an enemy spinner without really losing anything. I guess he lost half of his Piker's health, but that's just life when you get surprised by soft sand gravity Lando. Okay. This turn. No, this is definitely just start Gliscor turn. There's no other play, right? If your opponent clicks ice, they're psychopathic. Yeah. Alright. Protect, probably. Just. No, you can also attack, yeah. Alright, Rocky Helmet scouted, although that was pretty much obvious, I think. When you see a Slowbro without item, it's probably Rocky Helmet. Some people swear by eject button, but let's not do that. Not on this team, for sure. Alright, hard hitter on the Slowbro. This free rocks, right? Right, so rocks are up. Hard Gliscor. I think you have to go Gliscor there anyway. Even if you get iced by Lando, which I think is extremely unlikely, that's fine. You can then protect. Well, I guess that kind of loses to gravity on the protect, maybe, because then I don't know if Gliscor after a nice move. Now I see why Rotom, but now Celebi is in, and what do you do? This is plot. No, it's rocks. It's just It has to be rocks, right? Get them up. No, it is not rocks. Oh my gosh, is it rocks Theta? Rocks Theta versus rocks Theta mid off. Okay, so it is fire move, which makes sense. There's no mag here, so you cannot run grass ice. That's just insane. Okay, this hard Heatran probably. What Heatran set? Okay, it's not balloon, so that's pretty good for Mako, because else it will take too much to chip. Its left is switch out. Does this Zam have ways to hit Heatran? Not all do. If you're Life Orb, often you will see HP Fire Grass Knot, Signal Psychic or Psyshock, either or. That doesn't ever hit Heatran, but we don't know yet. You don't, even if you have Focus Blast, which very possible, although not guaranteed, you don't just row click it like that. So yeah, you switch to Rotom, yeah, that's fine. And oh, it's Rock Citran. Is it just specially defensive Etran? Like, are we back to like a long time ago? Oh, it is specially defensive. Look at that. Actually, it's just max HPs, I think. Roar. Wow, this is a set. This is an ancient set. Well, it's working. Oh man, it's just the old heat, this mega old Heatran set. That's crazy. Okay, but Specs Latios is still annoying to say the least. Right, you cannot send Titan on this, so just protect him and then switch to Celebi. Oh, it's not Specs. How did Rotom only do 18? This is max health though, and 0 special defense, then I'm going to guess. Okay, Slowbro. Do you just toss this Slowbro? No, because there's a Gliscor here, right? So you... Oh, Artiter, sure. Problem with Artiter is that if this is Colbur, you take a lot of damage, but it's White Herb, so you will take a lot of damage, but you guarantee Latios dies here. 26. Okay, so let's see. What's the win path here from here for both players? I think Starmaster wins from here, right? You lose to Hakazam. Selby dies, Slowbro probably dies, Lando dies, Titan also dies. Etron depends on the moves, but he can force enough damage on it to the point where Akazam cleans, right? For example, here you go Gliscor, sure, you probably just Earthquake, don't need to do anything weird. If you double, that's also fine. Ice Fang probably didn't want to give Lando a free switch in, which is also fair. Or either that or force Celebi to recover after switching in, which is also fine. What do you do? You switch to Rotom, right? Yeah. So I think now Starmaster just needs to not get burned this turn, which never mind, and then you click Volt Switch here. And I would mega lose because I would get played. Did Starmaster also get outplayed? Yeah, I sure did. By the skillful Landorus dodging Wisp. Okay. Is this the play? Okay. You go Gliscor here. And protect, just in case it's stupid chop, costa Perli. Okay, let's see. This Master Scout it. Yeah, very good. Protect again, whatever. Even if this guy slugs. Whatever. Right, so you protect, toss Rotom, go Titar, and and then click something. Crunch. Teeter and crunch, teeter and crunch, teeter and crunch. Okay, here comes Lando, and it's kind of a 50-50, right? Because if it clicks Earthquake and Gliscor comes in, then you will not kill the Gliscor. But if you do click Ice, then never mind, it wasn't clicked, so there's no point in even arguing over it. I mean, you kind of guessing. Wait, what? I mean, might as well stay in, right? It's a sucks a lot, I guess. Oh yeah, so you can get more protects on your Etran than although I'm not sure you need to pistol anything, and with rocks up you don't heal enough anyway, so probably not. Case worse than Skull will do what? Absolutely nothing. That's sad. Do SD again? Oh no, just Earthquake, sure. Oh, if he has did though. Whatever, you just spam Earthquake at this point. Slowbro is taking some damage, so it is recovering, yes, barely though, so whatever. He also went back to full health on Gliscor, because this guy is a good mon. What's the game plan here? You will have to do something at some point. Oh, Ice Beam. Okay. This is actually annoying. Is it as Wardens, right? Right, so if you Sword Dance there, then you can go Titar and pursue it, because this guy will be at, what, 30%? Maybe not. You're just keeping this low for the Alakazam sweep anyway, because you don't kill with Signal Beam if this is full. Right? Zam, Titar and Pursuit, just in case. Yeah. Lando dies to rocks, so nobody cares. Celebi will. Okay, so what's going to happen is Celebi comes in, clicks Gas move, Titar dies. Titar does not die because it's Giga Drain and not Leaf Storm. But Celebi doesn't die either because it's got some defensives. Oh, it's just max health. Oh, it is Custaberry. Pursuit. Boom. Right, so it will be an Alakazam versus Citran showdown at the end. How do we play this out? Okay, so how does this play out? If the Alakazam has Focus Blast, it hits Focus Blast, Heatran dies. Game ends. If it's not Focus Blast, then Heatran probably wins the 1 versus 1. Lava Plume will 3-hit KO, right? He should do like 45-ish, is my expectation. Hmm. Well, you protect here, obviously. If it is focus, which it is. Hmm. Okay, Focus Blast goes to the left every time, man. Lava Plume does. Ooh, that did a lot. 58. Oh, okay. You still have to eat. It should still be in range. And well, just hit then. I guess not. And that's the end of the Alakazam. And Starmaster lost. Okay, so beyond the stupidity of Focus Blast. Hmm. Could he have avoided? ending up like this, I feel like there was a path that didn't involve having to eat several Focus Blast. Well, yes, maybe the Gliscor versus Lobro 1v1 should have been more daring, maybe, because that bypasses having to eat Focus Blast. Although then you could argue, yes, but I have to. Oh, whoops. But no, I think there was a few turns where it was pretty much free to Sword Dance in that 1v1, and then you just win with Gliscor, right? Yeah, I will say so. I think that's the main problem. Hmm. Yeah, no, I think that this 1v1 is what lost the game. It's not easy, right? It's an Ice Beam slow bro, even if unrevealed here, but eventually kind of got surprised by it. I think you can easily win this 1 versus 1. Uh, right, so here is Sword Dance. Why did Mako not beam here, by the way? This is very puzzling. I guess you try to predict a protect, but among all of these turns, there surely was a more than one chance to click Swords Dance. And then you don't have to hate Focus Blast, because Glycor just wins, because it's Giga Drain. And so you will not die to it. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a big issue of this game. The other big issue is loading Focus Blast. I made a full video on that, and this is exactly why. And then, yeah, sure, you lose on the coverage, of course. I am aware. I'm all too aware, but I mean, what else can you do about it? If you miss, you do zero damage and lose. If you hit, yeah, you win. So it's kind of, yeah, but you also need to hit one out of two or three, like here, and it's just, nah, nah, man. It's just sad. And there we go. Mako, I have nothing to say about Mako's gameplay. I think that this Lobro versus Gliscor looked a bit weird, especially in Insight, even during it, really. And also, the spin with Escadrille was extremely greedy on the T-Tar. I think you just attack there. If your opponent switches, whatever, you can tank Hazards a couple of times with this team. It's not the end of the world. It's much better than losing the Escadrille right there, like so early into the game. Especially when with gravity up, you just nuke just about everything here. Like here, if you just click Airquake, that's. I mean, if yeah, Rotom comes out, you Airquake into the absolute void, but. You cannot just give up your X-ray like this. I'd rather tank rocks for a couple of times. Me personally, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but you have to be okay with that stuff sometimes. Especially when then you just never. After that turn, also, Mako got extremely scared and always hair quaked into a Gliscor with Lando. And it's just, I don't know. you get scared sometimes because your opponent reads you a bit early, and then you're like, oh no, I don't want this to happen again, and then suddenly you make no plays ever again, and then, well, I guess she won this one, but it was a bit too messy for this to be a considerable a good win, I think. But yeah, it happens. Nurse and best of one and the usual. Right. Um, that was it. Cool gravity. Absolutely never used in this game because it never did anything. But hey, it was clicked. That's a start. And yeah, that's it. See ya.